Assalamualaikum and good day. For this presentation, our group analyzed the financial performance of Allianz Malaysia Berhad and Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Berhad from 2022 to 2024. Allianz represents a conventional insurance company while Takaful Malaysia operates under a Sharia compliant Takaful model. The purpose of this study is to evaluate and compare their performance based on liquidity, operating profitability, financing decision, and return on equity. From this analysis, we identified three main financial findings which will be explained in the next part of the presentation.
In 2022, Takaful showed stronger liquidity with a current ratio of 3.39 and acid test ratio of 3.38, but takes 177 days to collect receivable. Allianz Malaysia has moderate liquidity with ratio of 1.73 and 1.762, yet collects efficiently in 11 days. So, Takaful is more liquid while Allianz better at receivables. In 2023, Takaful liquidity improved to a current ratio of 8.06 and acid test of 8, but receivable collection slowed to 267 days. Allianz remained balanced, ratio 2.66 and 1.97, collecting in 9 days. So Takaful is very liquid, but Allianz is operationally efficient. In 2024, Allianz showed very weak liquidity, 0.10 on both ratios, but collect receivable in 11.62 days. Takaful has better liquidity, 0.37 and 0.21, but slower collection at 237 days. Allianz is very efficient, even though its liquidity is not as strong as Takaful.
For this section, I will discuss the profitability ratios. The analysis focuses on operating return on asset, operating profit margin, asset turnover, and account receivable to compare how well both companies manage their operations. Based on the operating return on asset, Allianz shows an improving trend from 2022 to 2024. In 2023 and 2024, Allianz records a higher return on asset compared to Takaful, indicating that Allianz uses its total asset more efficiently to generate operating income. Next is the operating profit margin. Although Takaful had a higher margin in 2022, Allianz recorded higher operating profit margins in both 2023 and 2024. This shows that Allianz is able to retain more operating profit from its revenue in recent years. In terms of asset utilization, Takaful performs slightly better. Takaful has a higher total asset turnover and fixed asset turnover in 2023 and 2024, which means it is more effective in generating sales from both its total and fixed asset compared to Allianz. For account receivable turnover, Allianz clearly outperformed Takaful. Allianz has a much higher turnover ratio, showing that it collects payment from customers faster. This reflects better credit control and cash collection efficiency. In conclusion, Allianz excels in profitability and receivables management, while Takaful shows stronger and more consistent asset utilization. Both companies have different strengths in their operating performance.
Assalamualaikum and hi Doctor. I am Allianz PFM3203. Next, for my part, I will be explaining debt decision and ROE trend. For the first part, we analyze the debt ratio. Allianz shows a slight decline in its debt ratio from 2032 to 2034, indicating that the company is gradually reducing its reliance on debt financing. In contrast, Takaful operates under a Sharia compliant structure and does not rely on interest-bearing debt, resulting in lower financial risk. Therefore, from a debt decision perspective, Takaful has a safer capital structure compared to Allianz. Next, we look at the time interest earn ratio. For Allianz, the time interest earn ratio declined from 3.70 times in 2032 to 3.04 times in 2034. This indicates a weaker ability to cover interest expenses using operating income. Meanwhile, Takaful does not incur interest expenses due to its Sharia compliant operation, which eliminates interest coverage risk. This shows that Allianz faces higher financial risk compared to Takaful. Finally, we analyze return on equity. Allianz recorded higher ROE in 2022 and 2023, but experienced a sharp decline in 2024, indicating volatility in shareholder returns. In contrast, Takaful shows a stable and increasing ROE trend from 2022 to 2024, reflecting more consistent performance. Overall, Allianz offers a higher but unstable return, while Takaful provides a more stable and sustainable return to shareholders.
In conclusion, both Allianz and Takaful remain financially strong but in different ways. Allianz shows higher profitability and better efficiency, but it also carries higher risk and weaker liquidity in 2024. This means Allianz can generate strong returns but with greater financial pressure. Meanwhile, Takaful maintains stronger liquidity and stable ROE growth, reflecting a more secure and conservative financial position. Although its profitability is lower than Allianz, Takaful offers lower risk and better short-term stability. Therefore, investors who prefer higher but riskier return may choose Allianz, while those who want stable and lower risk investment may prefer Takaful. That's all. Thank you.